Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, let us learn a JavaScript to accept two numbers and try to find the max of between those two numbers. So that is a problem statement. So let us try to solve this. So this is my Windows command prompt and I am into public JavaScript directory. So let's create a HTML file and insert our JavaScript into it and let's try to execute it. So let's say notepad and let's say max of 2. So this is my file, that is html file.html. So let's create it. That is, do you want to create a new file? Let's say yes, and let's maximize it. So inside this html file, so we'll be writing our javascript. So let's take script tag and let's end the script tag using slash script. Yeah, so let us try to write a javascript to find the, that is to accept two numbers from the user and try to find the max of two numbers. So let's take two variables a and b. So let a equals 2. So let's use prompt to accept a number from the user. Let's say please enter first number. Let's use colon and close the, that is statement. So once the user enters the number, so it will be of a string type. So let's convert it into a floating type. So let's say parse float. So we are using float because integer also will be converted into a float. So let's take another statement, that is let's take another variable. So let's say let b equals 2. So let me copy paste the same parse float and please enter second number. Yeah, so once the user enters two numbers, so it will be stored in a and b. So let's use the if statement to compare or check if the value is valid. So for that, let's use the if block and let's try to check if value is none. So is none. So this is a function that checks if value, that is input value, is valid or not, or also we need to check if the value of b is not a invalid, that is b. So if this is true, so then we have to enter the, that is error message and exit. So let's use document.write in order to print the error message and try to exit. You entered an invalid input. Let's say you entered invalid input and let's close it using the semicolon. And this for the error message. So let's take now let's try to compare a and b value. So let's say else if block. So let's take else if and try to check if a is greater than b. So then what we have to do, we have to print the value of a as max. So that is, let's try to copy paste the same, that is document.write and max of a and b is, so let's take a string max of, let's give plus a plus the space and try to print the b. This is small b plus, let's give is, let's give colon and let's try to print the value of a. So this is for the checking if a is greater than b, and if so, print the value of a as max. So now let me take, that is let me end this statement using semicolon and close the flower braces. So let's take else if a is not greater than b. So let's try to print the value of b as max. So let me copy paste the same, that is document.write and max of a and b is b, because this is the else block. So let us close the flower braces. Yeah, so this is a complete JavaScript code to actually ask a user to enter the value of a and b and try to find the max between two numbers. So let me save this and let's try to execute it. Save and closing it. So now let's use Explorer and let's say max of two numbers. So enter the first number. So let's give code, and let's say with tj. So this is my input. So you can see you entered an invalid input. So that means we have entered a string. So now let me re-execute it. So enter the first number. So let's give 1, and let's give something like 5. Max of 1 and 5 is 5. So let me re-execute it. And now let's give floating point, that is 5.5 and 1.1. So you can see max of 5.5 and 1.1 is 5.5. Let me open the program again. Yeah, so this is a complete pipe, that is JavaScript code to actually ask a user to enter the two values and try to find the max of two numbers. So I'll give this code in the description of this video. So that's it in this video. Hope you liked it. Thank you for watching.